everyone, Shirley here. I've just popped in because I've nearly finished a journal. It has 2 signatures and I'm just trying to arrange the front cover. Now this is going to be my front cover. I absolutely love the colour and the material is beautiful. But I've been die cutting and arranging things, and as you know, I love images and I like frames to put the images in. Well, I love my die cutting, and I've been using this Sizzix Big Z die here. It's a scallop envelope. Now I actually made this envelope with fabric. It's really gorgeous. So I die cut that and I've just glued it down, but I think I want to do a bit of embroidery down here, so I've left that for the minute. That's going in the journal somewhere, so I'll just put that there. And I also die cut some decor frames, the Big Z die again there, and I did it with material and cardstock. This is the cardstock here, but I also did it with fabric there. So I have that frame there with fabric. Now I want that to go on there like that. So that needs to be glued down. And also with the frame, the inside, oh, excuse me, the inside comes out as well. And I've got the fabric for the inside there. But what I want to do, I picked out a die, and this die fits perfectly the oval there. So I want to die cut these pretty people here, and then I'm going to put them onto the frame there. Well, I think it's going to be those. I'll make my mind up when I've die cut it and what it looks like. It might actually sink into the fabric that I've got there, so that might not be an idea. Then I have the other frame that I cut out, and that also die cut the inside. Well, this I do love. That's the fabric I used for it. Have to be very delicate with this, otherwise it will fray if I keep handling it too much. But I do want her, so that's going to be glued on there. Then I have, this is the square one, well, oblong one really. And I also, let me move these out of the way a minute. That's the frame there, but obviously it cut the fabric out in the middle. So I want to do the fabric there, but also I ended up with this little piece here, and I want to glue that over the top there, like a little banner. And then I picked this image. I think I already had this cut down in my images box, and I had it cut down as a postage stamp, but I think I'm going to cut that down now and just make the edges plain. But that's going to go in there. And then I have lots of these images. I think they're Kleeblatt Creations and I love them. So what I want to do is get some more images. Isn't that gorgeous there? So, or I could have the oval frame there. So I want to glue all these down and I want to get them ready. And I'm not sure if I will use any of them on the front cover of my album, my journal, but we'll see. Anyway, I'll come back in a little while and I'll show you everything glued down and put in place. Right, things have changed a little bit. This one I've already glued it down, and I've put the frame onto gauze, and the gauze I dyed myself, and I dyed it with it was a Tim Holtz distress ink, but I can't remember which one it was. It was probably Victorian velvet, but I'm not sure. It looks like Victorian velvet, but anyway, I've put the frame and the image onto that. Now this one, I've put it onto, that's the this was just a card die cut, but this one is fabric die cut, and then I put the image in the middle, and then I've glued it all onto the back there. I might do a little bit of stitching around there now it's all adhered to the fabric as well, but I'm not sure. And then another one I did, I love this one, aren't they pretty? So again, that's just copy paper, that's cardstock, but this is fabric that I've glued it onto. Now I'm not sure whether I'm going to make these into pockets or just embellishments to put in my journal. I'll have to find out when I start doing it. Now this one is the envelope, which I showed you. I might just leave her in the envelope because I think that looks gorgeous. This is fabric here that I've die cut with the frame, and that was the inside that came out of the frame. Well, I haven't done anything with that yet, and I love her there. So I think I might just put the envelope onto one of the pages and leave her sitting in there and put some embellishments, but I'm not sure. And as I say, this one I've still got to do something with, and that. Now this one here, as I'm playing around and I've got these frames left, I think I might put her in there and put her onto this dotty fabric because I think that looks lovely. So I might do that now. So what I'll actually do is get some glue here, and I'm not going to, oh, that's the right way there. I'm going to put the glue down here, just a line of it here, there. And the reason being, because she fits perfectly into the frame. Oh, let me get in frame as well. She fits perfectly into this frame, just like that. There. So let me get her. Thought I was very organised. Says Shirley. Right, I've got a bit of glue sticking out there, which I don't want. So I've put her on there like that. And I couldn't glue anywhere else at the moment because she fits perfectly at the top there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come and cut her off down here. Don't like using those scissors, they're my fabric ones. I'm just going to come along because she's glued at the bottom there. She'll stay in place. There you go. Right, that's it. And she's going to go on there because I do like that. So I might as well, while I'm here, glue this as well, because if I like something, I don't see the point of waiting to see if it'll change anywhere and look better somewhere else. I just put it on. Right. Glue up here, glue there, glue there. Because it's going onto fabric, I don't like leaving it the glue raised. This is, I love this Nouveau glue, but I also like the art glitter glue. But with both of them, I found that if you put it on dots and you don't flatten it out enough, it'll dry a bit raised, the glue. And it's annoyed me sometimes when I've put it on fabric and I'm trying to, and I've let it dry too quickly before I've done anything with it, and it's dried a bit raised. And as I say, I don't like that very much. Right, there's another one completed. I'm happy with that, so that's going in my journal somewhere. Now, this one here, I cut out a piece of fabric here and frayed the edges. I still fray. If I see bits, can't help it. But this was the waist fabric from this one here. I die cut it out. There you go. And that's the waist fabric there. But I didn't want to, as I say, this is going into my envelope. I like that, so I'm going to leave that there for the time being. But I have this die cut here, and this fits, apart from little bits, quite perfectly. So I'm happy with how that's on there now. There, this is how I, because it's in bits, the fabric, I've got to take care how I glue it onto my piece of fabric so that it doesn't go skew with. I want it to fit quite perfectly. Right, so if I put that in there like that, there you go, that, I'm quite happy with that. Let me put this down there so that I don't. Right, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to just put a little bit of fabric at the back. I'm not going to be quite precious with it because I don't want to move it, and also I'm probably going to stitch it around later. As long as it's adhered in the right places, I'm happy. That's looking good. There. There. Nice. And as I say, I don't mind that bits have fallen off and they're not there. It all adds to the uniqueness of the piece that you're designing. Right, now just a tiny bit needs to go underneath here to keep that in place. There you go. Now that will keep it in place until I decide to stitch down it or whatever it is I do. But that's, I'm happy with that now. I had this piece here because I don't mind these edges because they're a bit frayed and raggedy, but this is very neat and tidy, that edge, so I want to cover that up. And I'm just going to cover it up with a piece of dotty fabric so that everything tones in together. That's it, that hides that edge that's so neat and precise. Right, not very straight, Shirley, but there you go, that's better. I'm happy with that now. Right, so quite pleased with how that's turning out. And as I say, I'm not sure whether it will be a pocket or anything, but I'm going to stitch it. Now, I ummed and ahed whether to put this on here and then attach it to something, but then I thought, no, I'm going to put her in there. I quite like that. Oh, I nearly forgot. Yes, this was going to be, she'd just sink in, and there is no way I wanted her to sink in and not be seen. So I got the die again and I cut out another oval there, and the oval fits perfectly in there. So let's glue that down. Oh, let's have a look. It's running out actually, so oh, well, that's strange, but anyway, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm not going to glue it with that glue. I'm going to glue it with a stick glue. I don't want to stretch it too much because it won't fit the oval otherwise. So if I put that there, that's it, lovely. Right, very happy with that. Now that looks lovely and it matches with all the colours. Now I'm happy to put her on there, the both of them. So let's glue this down. I've just ordered some more art glitter glue. It's quite hard to get now. I used to get it from Crafty Crafts, but she never seems to have it in stock anymore. I don't know why. And Ireland's not the best for getting supplies in at the moment. Right, so there's another one. I'm happy with that. That one's very pretty. This came, Chapter 1 Papers. I ordered one of their boxes or journaling, or can't remember what it was, but it had a selection of lots of fabric, lace and everything in there, all to do with journaling, and this lace was in there. So this lace is going to be part of this journal somewhere. Also, these are all bits I had in my stash, and this was from, it was a Chapter 1 Papers digi, and I printed off some fabric, so that's going in the journal. I'm not sure if it's as a pocket or whether it will go as a tab. I quite like it as a tab, so that's what it might be, but all things change with me. This is another stamped. I've stamped onto fabric and then just watercoloured over the top of it. All the colours match. Another Chapter 1 printed image. This is, right, let me show you. This was what came out of the, that was the frame there, and that was the inside there, which I put in there. So I didn't want to waste the frame, so I just printed, I put the frame onto a printed piece of fabric I have, and again that's a Chapter 1 Papers digi image. So, oh, do you know what? I might put that on there as well. Look, all these things happen. But anyway, oh, there's another frame. That's a Tim Holtz frame, and I'm going to use that. But this is going to be a pocket in the journal, and this was the frame that I was going to put the blue bit of fabric in there, but I didn't like that. So what I've decided was I'm just going to put the frame there until I find something to go inside. And I was going to put the guy's image, and I still might, but I'm not sure. There, if I put that there, there you go. Let me put the pin in because this tends to flow out otherwise. I don't know why. Really, there, done. Right, so that's that. This I'm going to make this as a pocket in the journal. This is just cardstock. I'm going to stitch that onto the cardstock, and then I'll glue it on. Yes, I think I will put... Oh, right, look, there you go. It's sticky backed. So I don't need necessarily to put glue on there. I can just put him in the middle there. That's it. Happy with that. And these are all the bits of waste that came out of my die cutting, and I glued it all onto a bit of fabric again, and I thought he looked like this guy's little boy. So he's going on there, just roughly for the time being, because I don't want to glue the fabric onto the cardstock. I want to stitch it there. So just put half there, but that's going to be a pocket in the journal as well. I'm quite happy with how it's starting to turn out. I have all these makes to go into the journal there, but as I say, I've done most of the journal here. It's as 2 signatures. See, look, and already I can see that's probably going to look beautiful on there, or the envelope, or the dotty picture. Oh no, I quite like this one now. Shirley, stop fiddling. You're not here to put things together yet. But anyway, this is the start of the journal, and I put this little bit of polka dot meshy stuff there and made it into a pocket. So that came from Chapter 1 Papers in one of their... Found it in one of my drawers the other day, and it was in one of our earlier boxes, I think, but I quite liked it there. Doesn't that look nice? So that's there. I'm not going to show everything. So this is going to be a side pocket, a side tuck there. I won't do a complete... Oh, I love this as well. That's beautiful. I just stamped, and then I put some glue onto the image and then put the gold leaf over it. Isn't that lovely? But anyway, that's for another time, all of that now. There's the 2 signature. Oh, I'm not sure which I like on this page now. We'll have to wait and see when I come back to you when I've shown you. But anyway, that's how it's going for the time being. Hope you enjoyed that, because I've enjoyed showing you, and I'm going to carry on now. I think I'm going to put my signatures in to my journal before I do anything else, and then when I've done that, I'm going to come back and show you how I've progressed with it. Okay, everyone, thanks for watching. Bye.